Good morning, guys. Good morning. How are you all? Please like and share as a comment. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Perpetual. Good morning, Fashion with Lifestyle. How are you all today? It's a happy Friday here in Scotland, and right, I think I'm gonna have to switch off this my wristwatch. It's interfering. I don't like the sound I'm hearing. It's interfering into my. I need to switch off my watch. Sorry, guys. I just want to turn off my watch. How are you guys all doing today? It's a Friday here. Um, Friday morning. Friday morning, and yeah, and the weather seems beautiful as well. Good morning, Ferris. Good morning, Judith. Um, were you all at Daddy Freeze's lifestyle yesterday? I mean, Daddy Freeze show yesterday. Yeah, so it's gonna be a quick one today. I don't wanna, be here for a while because I've got some few sit down videos that I want to do. Anyways, how are you all today? Happy Friday. Looking forward to the weekend. How are you all doing? We're just gonna wait for a couple of minutes and hopefully other people join us. Please like and share as you come in. Like and share as you come in. Remember the focus. The focus is finding these girls. And just before we start, there's a news of a young boy in the UK. There's a news in the UK right now of a 19-year-old boy who went on holiday to Tenerife, and is missing. He's currently missing in Tenerife. So he's a 19-year-old boy. That was his first holiday ever abroad. So it was said that he went with a couple of his friends. So why am I sharing this story? I'm sharing this story because of how the media houses in Nigeria have not said anything in regards to this case. So like I was saying, he's a 19-year-old boy. He went on holiday to Tenerife, and he went with a few of his friends. So he's been missing for maybe over 10 hours or over 24 hours now. So if you go onto YouTube right now, or you go onto Sky News, or you go onto BBC News, all of these news medias are reporting on him every hour. They are reporting on him. He's not the prince of England. He is not from a patriarchal whatever family. He's not a rich child. He's not from an affluent or anything. He's just a citizen of the UK, a child whose life matters to the government. So all media houses in the UK, as I'm talking to you right now, if you click onto CNN on YouTube, you will see his news there. They are searching for him. Police in Tenerife are searching for him. But the police in the UK are actually planning, or they are attempting to go over to Tenerife to help them find that boy. So what am I saying? I'm saying this because I'm so disappointed at the fact that the Nigerian media house. Sorry, I want to adjust this mic. I don't like the vibration that is making on this video. I don't like the fact that the Nigerian media house are not doing anything. They are not reporting it. The only channel that I've seen so far that discuss this case of Celine Afiba is the Rise News, and they made a total mess up of that case. We know how they portrayed it to the media. It was not how I expected them to. So with that being said, I felt like, I really don't understand why our Nigerian media news are not really talking about it. So obviously it's half 10 already. So let's talk about the update. So yesterday I was on Daddy Freeze live show, and he brought harassing on board. So as we all know, DF doesn't want to. Can you guys still hear me? If you can hear me, do let me know, please. DF is not. He's trying to stay neutral from it. But then when you look at people that are coming onto DF show, a few of them have the same mindset as I do. So, but then let's go on to the update. So, according to Harrison yesterday, Harrison said that we should hope to hear from the police in regards to their investigation, hopefully next week. So, and he did say thank you, Pearl, for confirming that. And he did also say that he himself has other things that is going to be passing across to the police. So apart from his own petition that he has written, he has other things that he's going to be submitting. Maybe in the course of the investigation, they found something else, which he's going to be sharing with the police. And also, Harrison has made it known that the IG of police set up a panel. So he's told us that the team who collected Andrew, the police who have been involved with Andrew from Abuja all the way, to collect him, that those of them they've been detained. He did confirm that yesterday. So the people who are now, I know fashion, I know Pearl, I know next week is far, but it's almost there. I would have thought that we would have heard from the police this week if the Islamic holiday and the Islam Ileya festival that happened in Nigeria. So the holiday, I guess that will have impacted the reason why it has to extend till next week. But never say never. They might come over the weekend and give us updates. We don't know yet. So he did mention that the IG of police set up 2 panels. Good morning, Augustine. How are you? He did say that the police set up 2 panel, and these 2 panel, they are going to be taking everything that is regards to this case. So the team handling the cases says two police team. One of the team is to investigate everything that's got to do with Andrew. So to investigate Andrew driving his car while under arrest, to investigate how Andrew ended up owning a weapon when it's been banned, when he shouldn't be having it. And I love how this investigation is going in regards to the panel that is being raised. So he said they are going to investigate everything about Andrew. They are going to investigate how he owns a weapon. They are going to investigate how all of the collection of money, all of the extortion, collecting money from him and all of that. They are also going to investigate everything that's got to do with how he was eliminated on the highway, how all of that happened. The panel are going to be doing that. And then he also said that the other panel is going to be investigating how Celine Afiba happened, how everything about them generated. They're going to be investigating all the things found in Andrew's house, the girls, the what's it called? What's this letter called? The warrant and all of that. They're going to be investigating that, and also the remain that was found. He also touched up on the remain, so I'm going to be getting there. And he also says that the new team as well is in communication with them, and this new team, they are open to any information from the public that would help them find these girls. Any information at all. If you think you so, like I said earlier on, that like I've always been saying in my video, we coming back here, it's not because I want to make YouTube revenue. Yes, maybe I'm sharing this on YouTube for the fact that people are watching it. YouTube will give me revenue for it. It's not as if I'm begging or I'm forcing YouTube, but it's what I'm entitled to for the fact that I'm sharing this on my platform. I hope you guys understand. So share this, because you can never tell who will just listen to any of these videos or any of these lives, and something might just joggle their memory. And then so it said there's an email which I'm going to pop on my YouTube community page at some point, so that if anybody has any information whatsoever, you can email the new team and they'll take the lead on. So he did say all of that. So according to Harrison, he said he's going to be meeting with the new team over the weekend to hand over other evidences he found in regards to the investigation so far. You all remember that Harrison wrote a petition as to what he found in regards to Celine Afiba, and then obviously he's still working underneath, so he's going to be sharing all of that with the new team. And also, hi Henrietta, he also mentioned about the body that was found. So like I said, he said that he received an anonymous call that it was told that they found that there was 2 remains in that area, but the person who called them did not say, oh, this remain is at a particular place. No, because according to Harrison, said when they got there, they were going to different places around that area they were given. So they were meant to go and recover 2 remains, but they were there for hours going from one place to the other and spending money, and they were only able to recover 1. So according to Harrison, it was not as if maybe it was those police officers that was leading him when they were going to find those that remain. They were just walking about, because it's like an extensive area. According to her, it's an extensive area, so it's not as if maybe they were given a certain spot where that body was. No, they gave them the area and they were just going about. So I love the fact that Harrison was able to come out and say no, it was not as if maybe they have a pinpoint area that they went straight away. No, he said it was a massive area. They were just going from one place, and then when he was on the phone with that person, it was like, oh, we are here, we can't find anything, and the person keeps saying, oh, maybe check the other side, or maybe check all of these things. So he kind of like explained what led to them finding 1 remain, and that they were not able to recover the other remain because, like he said, it's a wider area. It was not as if there's a certain or specific area where that remain was lying. I peace. You know what? To be honest, I don't want to be talking about Ben anymore because, like I said, it's everything he's been saying is quite triggering. So I don't want to bring that triggering aspect to this channel anymore. So like I said, I'm going to be bringing updates, anything updates about the girls that I find, I'll be sharing it with you guys. And yeah, so and he did say that they were only able to recover one, and they've not been able to recover the other one because they don't have a specific where like a specific place where the other one is. And Harrison also mentioned something that I found really really absurd. He said that yes, they found one remain and they've contacted each of the girls' families, but one family, when he contacted them to say, you know what, you guys need to come down so we can get DNA, so we could carry out testing to be able to ascertain which of these girls or which remains, so we can eliminate the fact that okay, maybe this is not Celine, maybe this is not Afiba, or maybe it could be somebody else, because we all know the personal trainer Goody also is missing, and she's been alleged to know Andrew as well, and this girl has been missing before Celine and Afiba. So Harrison mentioned that one of the families, he did not say which of the families, he said one of the girls' families said they don't need the test because they went to a certain pastor and the pastor assured them that their daughter is still alive somewhere. And I was just like, did this pastor tell you where your daughter is? If this pastor is telling you that she's alive somewhere, so Harrison did not mention which of the family members, but he said that one family are saying, oh, they are not going to provide that because they believe their daughter is alive somewhere. So obviously, I was still Harrison did, try to explain to them that, regardless of the fact that if this pastor tells you or not, we still need some sort of information to be able to decide who it belongs to. And then if it doesn't belong to any of the girls, then we'll be able to move on and see from whoever has been missing to, at least to be able to get a closure, a final information like, okay, well, this body that they found does not belong to any of the people that we know are missing or that we know is missing. Maybe it could be somebody else. I hope you guys understand. So yeah, that's that one. And like I've already mentioned that the police said we should be expecting, according to Abson, that we should be expecting a report next week. And also, I kind of like maybe agree with that the phrase as well that we should leave the public sentiment now and focus on imploring people to share information they may have if they know of anything. And I love the fact that in the course since I've started talking about this, 3 people have reached out to me. 3 people have reached out to me. Maybe the fourth person. Hi, Gospel Music. How are you? 4 people have reached out. One person is the one that has issues with Ben. So I've told him that I'm not going to be bringing that issue here until I get a substantial proof and evidence of what transpired between both of you. If I don't get that, I'm sorry, I won't be discussing it. And then the other 3, they've been able to point me in directions and ask questions that I felt we should be pushing or we should be putting to the police or to the people who are investigating privately. And this person, this person said those information to me, I asked this person, are you happy for me to share this with the private investigators? And she was like, yes, she's happy. So I forwarded that to the contact of the person who I know, who is acting like an in-between the public and the private investigators. And this person who shared the information to me said she's happy to chat or communicate with the private investigators in regards to the question this person has sent to me and the details they've sent to me. So I've forwarded that and I've given this person the contact of the person who emailed me, like, oh, this is the person's email. If they want to chat with the person, this person's happy. I want to commend those of you who have done that. I really appreciate you all. And I know that our instincts as a parent, no matter what our kid does, yes, we might tell them, no, what you've done is wrong, this, that, but that doesn't mean that we do away with them. When you tell them that what you've done is not right, you shouldn't have done this, scold them. And then when you scold them and you realize that okay, you've scolded them, you find a way of bringing them back. So that's just that for that one. So yeah, if you have any information at all, please endeavor to reach out. My email is on my social media handle. You can find my email there. You can reach out to me if you think there's anything or if there's anything you think maybe if you share it will help the police, the Nigerian police, the new team that are investigating the case. They are waiting, their arms are open for any information that's going to help them. So with that being said, and also obviously we should leave public sentiment, and that more information, they need more information on Andrew, more information from the police and on the police, because as it is now, the police are investigating the police. And you all know my stand on that. Like, I would have loved if it was like external party, external body that was investigating this case. But it's been said that it's still the Nigerian police, but they've set up like panel from different departments to deal with this. Let's read comments. Peace Philip said, why is men attacking everybody that came to speak out, even warning Afiba's husband to be careful with Nigerian police that they will buy him? What is going on? You don't want girls to be found at all. You know what, that's the question we should be asking, like, because the purpose now, the goal now is to find those girls. And Gospel Music said, hi everyone, is a new team from Nigeria or America? Well, Harrison did not say if they are from Nigeria or America, but he did say that they are a new set of they are a new set of panel that was set up by the IG of police. So he did not elaborate on that. If na Nigeria then be, my question is, can a leopard lose his spots? How Ben take get a copy of the arrest warrant for Andrew, that guy? So that arrest warrant for Andrew, it was Afiba's husband that shared it. It was Afiba's husband that shared it. So that was how we were able to find out that that arrest warrant did not actually come from the IGP himself, because so far we've been made aware that the IGP of police was not even aware of this Andrews case at all. So there was no way he signed that arrest warrant. Anna's expression says, I'm praying this case does not end up like Mohbad. I pray it won't, because like I said, Mohbad's case did not receive as much coverage as this case is now, because obviously maybe Mohbad's case did not receive as much publicity as it should, because lots of bloggers, lots of celebrities, maybe because lots of people like that were involved, maybe, but I wouldn't know. And Enieta said, I hope the investigation is not biased. You know what, just like we said yesterday, that obviously the police are investigating the police and all of that, that we are hoping that their investigation is going to be fair, transparent, open, no strings attached. So I would imagine that was why the IG of police are set up like different panels that they had no idea about this case from before. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt. And if you've not watched my previous video that I did about the police, you said one of your mission statement is to create a people-friendly police, but if you're not being open, transparent with us, how do you want to create a friendly, police friendly environment? So with that being said, let's move on. So Harrison also said in the update yesterday that one of Andrew's phone that contained majority of everything is missing. So they are investigating why is that phone missing, how did it go missing, who has it, because according to Harrison, that Andrew's phone contains a lot of stuff that if they are able to recover it, would help with this investigation. And I'm super disappointed that how can such thing be missing? And this is obviously pointing down to the direction of the police, because we were told at some point that officers were in Andrew's house. So whoever took that mobile phone, I hope they find out and retrieve it. And my prayer is that even if they find the phone, I pray they've not deleted evidences. I pray they've not deleted anything that they believe could help in finding these girls. And also, the good news is that Harrison said they've figured out the person who brought Andrew to Nigeria. So it's been alleged that the person who brought Andrew to Nigeria is a politician. He gave Andrew a visiting visa to come into Nigeria, knowing that obviously they both know at some point that Andrew was being wanted by the police. So when he served his 2 years, I would have imagined that when he served his 2 years in prison, he probably went on to commit another crime, hence why he ran. So they've been able to figure out the identity of the politician who gave Andrew a visiting invitation to come to Nigeria. And they said that this same person that they've heard Andrew, brag to say, if I do anything to you, if I decide to do you as I want, nothing will happen. So I'm happy that Harrison said they figured out the identity of that person and they've passed on the information. So obviously Harrison has been very careful not to share any information until the police comes out with their own investigation, because as it is now, you all know, anytime that Harrison comes out with anything, Ben comes out, countering, he has an answer for everything. So, and then it's been said also that it's the same person that gave Andrew for invitation to come into Nigeria that Andrew uses to threaten all of his victims to say, you know what, if I buy you in Nigeria, nothing will happen. So which means that there's a very, very powerful source behind Andrew. And I want to believe that this powerful source behind Andrew is aware of all the things that Andrew has been doing. Hence why Harrison said that Andrew was not working alone. Guys, please like this video. There's 91 of you watching me. Please like this video. I really appreciate it. Let me read comments. Anieta said, my heart wants to believe there are good people in the police force who are ready to speak the truth. Also, I think Harrison should have given his findings to the investigation team. So, you remember he submitted a petition, and I want to believe that for the fact that he submitted that petition, that was what sprung the IG of police to, start this case. And in his own way, he is not sharing anything anymore on social media as he goes along. You know how he was giving us update on how he was able to go identify Andrew, how he was able to go pick up that remains they found. Every time he shared those things, there's always somebody on the other end who is coming out to counter it. Somebody saying that, oh, it's a fake body, it's a this, that. So I love the fact that it's not coming out, but even though with him giving this update, it says that there's a lot of things, but it doesn't want to bring them out, that it wants to wait for the police to finish their investigation. And also I would believe that when he meets with them over this weekend, they'll be able to wrap up their investigation, and then they will let us know. So yeah, that's that. And Neta says, so now you can trust politicians, police. So who can we trust now? To be honest, me, I won't trust anybody. And like I said, my stance still remains that it would have been lovely if it was not the Nigerian police that is carrying out this investigation. And Ask me said, deleted messages can be retrieved. The important thing is to get the missing phone. Absolutely. So that's some of the updates there. So let me still read. There's still a bit more. And yeah, so that top person is obviously is a politician. That top person is a Nigerian. Harrison so he's a top politician in Nigeria. And he also said that Andrew has families abroad. He is not an only child. The way Mr. Cameraman has portrayed Andrew, that he was abducted, blah 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 blah. It's been said that Andrew has other siblings. He has siblings, he has families, he has extended family, and it's all right if their family don't want to come out to the public. I'd rather they remain private and not come out, because no family will be happy for the things they are hearing about a family member of theirs. Regardless of what is done, it's still a family member. Andrew is still somebody else's son. Andrew is still somebody else's father. He used to be somebody else's partner, loved up partner. So yeah, that so Andrew is not. He has extended family, so he has people. You can imagine. No, I don't wanna be putting my I've been told to not be biased, but then like I said, I'm allowed to feel the way I'm feeling, because I know what Nigeria is. I know how this thing is looking. And I want a Nigeria whereby I can freely go to Nigeria without thinking that something's going to happen to me or happen to any of my children, And yeah, so I'll be reading comments. I'm just going to finish the last of this note, and then I'll read comment, and then hopefully we won't be long here. I just want to bring that updates. And also, Harrison did mention other findings, that money was moved by Andrew to some accounts when he was in police custody, and this is also being investigated. So, while he was in custody, you can imagine he had the comfort. That was why Harrison said that Andrew was not treated like a suspect. It was more, pampered, cushioned to have everything he shouldn't have had while he was in police custody for 2 weeks. So Harrison did say that he was able to move some money into some accounts when he was in police custody. So what accounts did he move those money to? Who owns those accounts? And why was he allowed to have his phone, whereby he was able to conduct all of these things? So yeah, we would need to find out. They are investigating which account, who owns those accounts, what is the essence of the money, all of that thing. And also like I said, I'm going to pop the email of the Nigerian police, the new Nigerian police team that are investigating this case. So if you have anything at all, anything, any information, either about Goody, about Celine, about Afiba, about any other people, because obviously I want to believe that other people, there are more people that have not actually come out to speak it up yet, because they are terrified that Mr. Cameraman has their nude or at some point has a video of them being in the act with Andrew. And to be honest, we are in the age, in the world, or maybe in an era whereby something like that does not really face people anymore. But I understand that it could be like a trauma. It could be something that this person or these people would not be able to move on from if it ever surfaces online. Hence why we are on the race to find out everything, that Andrew has been involved in. And also the other parties who are investigating these cases are asking for the back server or the black sheep, that if all of this information that you are releasing bit by bit, release the server. Okay, if there's nothing incriminating in it, fine. But if you're holding on to it, just maybe those information that are on Andrew's phone that is missing might just be on the server. But then this is just an urge to ask any of you out there that are watching me or that's ever come across my videos, please, anything at all. It might sound not a lot, it might not mean a lot to you, or maybe you see something you might think, oh, that can't be useful. You never underestimate information, okay? Never underestimate information. And also, like I said, that Andrew was not working alone. I believe they've already ascertained this from the beginning. And victim claimed that Andrew has a cameraman who was involved in the filming act. So yeah, Andrew has somebody who was filming. Apparently, we don't have the name, and I don't want to assume it's somebody that we're already thinking, but yeah, Andrew has a cameraman who was in there filming all the acts. So what does all of this act entails? Is it just sex videos alone, or there are more stuff that this person was involved in filming? And also to people who have been coming on my, with dropping comments. Like I said, guys, I will not tolerate insults. I will not tolerate being disrespectful to me. If you know you've dropped any negative or disrespectful comment on any of those videos, if you go back and you don't find it, it's because I've removed it. Okay, I'm not forcing my opinion on anybody here. I'm doing this because I believe in the power of social media, and I'm using this platform in a very positive way. I'm not using this platform to troll anybody. I'm not using it to bull anybody. I'm not using it to set up anybody. I've not done anything of such. So I want to believe that people who are watching me are matured minds. At some point, you are either, do you have any proof of a server? Like I said, there are people who are investigating privately, and these are the questions that have been thrown, and all of the things that they've been able to find so far. If you go on back to Mr. Cameraman, he's been coming out with something to counter that information or counter what they found, and which leads me to the fact that, okay, if these people who are investigating privately are able to discover this and they share it out, but then you come out and reply with something closer to what they found out, why did you not make those information available to them when they came to you to say, you know what, let's work together to recover these girls, let's work together to find these girls? So I hope that answers your question. I'm gonna read comments here. Hi Celine, good morning there. Good morning Celine. God grant you and all investigative teams wisdom. Amen. Knowledge and peace to bring closure to all stablers. Amen. Gospel Music said, if the police want to do a good job, they will have collected all the evidences in the hands of Ben before anything. Now, how many evidences can they find? In criminal investigation, evidence is good. Absolutely, evidence is good. And if you were on my live yesterday, obviously those who are carrying out the private investigation said that they need him to give them access to the backup server. I want to believe that they've seen some things, or they've seen traces or links to some things, but then if they're not able to see into the server, they might not be able to confirm those things. Hence why, so yeah, Ben is saying that, I really don't want to discuss Ben today, but to him, he said that he's got nothing to hide and that all he has is what he has. But then I want to believe that if he has any information, you guys are looking at me that I'm calm. I'm calm because noise is not going to change anything. if he has anything, let him, make it available to the police. Let him turn it over to the police. And I want to believe that everybody's main focus and target is that we find these girls, regardless of what state we find them, either dead or alive. Their families want them back. And like I said, I'm using this platform to raise awareness. I'm using this platform to say that all lives matter. And like I said earlier at the beginning of this video, that I shared a story about a 19-year-old boy, a UK citizen who is missing in Tenerife. And the UK police, if you go onto all the social media, all the news media, CNN, Channel 5, they are all reporting about this boy. Even though he's not in the UK, he went on holiday, summer holiday. He went there, he's missing, and the news medias are carrying his news every hour, speaking about it, updating the public. And like I said, this boy is not from an affluent area. He is not a child of any politician in the UK, but then that's a life. But then our social media, our Nigerian media houses, they only tend to report on influential people that are being kidnapped. If it is a bank manager that is being kidnapped now, you see Punch, you see Arise TV, you see all of this media blogger, carrying the news. And I also mentioned about those Lebanese people that were kidnapped. In 3 days, police Nigeria were able to recover them. So when there were multiple kidnappings in the north, when the Chibok girls were kidnapped, all of these previous kidnapping stories, was it because it involves only just two people that the media houses in Nigeria are not really talking about this? Because no form of kidnapping should be happening, either one or multiple people. It should not be happening. But then they are being selective about the kind of information that they share. So yeah, I'm upset with Nigerian news houses, but then what can we do? Hence why I keep coming back here to say I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm just a mom somewhere in Scotland who is concerned, being a mother of girls as well, that I'm going to use this platform to share the news. This information might be second news to you because I've brought it from somewhere else to come share with you. But still, I am still sharing the fact that we want these girls found. I'm reading comments here. Innocent said, Mama, the Lord is your strength. Amen, amen. Thank you. Guys, let's like and share, please. Guys, I really appreciate if you guys like and share this video. Awaru, I believe I already answered your question. Only 546 said, Mr. Cameraman, whilst in the UK cannot share or threaten to share someone's nudity here in the UK. If it does, it is committing a crime in UK soil and will have to face the law. So you guys remember that I said that Ben has some sort of knowledge when it comes to CCTV, because a couple of the businesses he registered shows that it's got some sort of cloud knowledge and stuff like that. So he may be storing all of these things somewhere in the cyber back in Nigeria, and while in the UK he's able to access them. So just maybe, right, don't quote me, this is not a confirmed, I'm just maybe there's somebody else involved in this ring back in Nigeria who is able to do all of that, who will be able to do his command if he instructs them. So this is just maybe an assumption, it is not a fact. Okay. And yet, if he was to be here and is doing those things from here, he will be committing a crime in the UK soil. Yes, I agree with you. Peace Phillips said, Ben has no intention of giving out any good evidence at all, because why is he hiding it from onset? Ben was bringing out what he feel like to give for his own cover-up. Exile, I've already said this, I know. Just hand over everything you've got. Hand over everything you have. It might not be nothing. You might think, oh, it's got nothing to do with this case, but you can never tell. You can never tell, okay? Onwaneka TV said, I think they are into POR, and maybe Andrew and Ben have POR. And I think I want to believe that's what people are referring to as dark web. So, private investigators also who have been investigating, and from all I've been reading all over social media, there's a possibility of that. There's a possibility of that. But like I said, me talking about it, I don't have an evidence. I don't have a hard evidence to say this is what it is. So yeah. Peace Phillips said from onset, cameraman, let us start referring to him as cameraman, because I don't want to be calling his name, to be honest. I don't want to be calling his name. Cameraman never accept visiting Andrew in his house, because to him Andrew is a psycho. There's a post that cameraman made on his page some time ago about how he dealt or how he managed his relationship with Andrew, and let me see if it's still on his page. it was something about seven, how he was able to maintain his relationship with and I was just like, why this so he said, here is how I'm just glancing because I'm reading from my laptop. All right, guys. He said, here is how I managed my friendship with Andrew, who exhibits psychopathic traits. He said, one, he sets boundaries. He said he was able to clear boundaries to protect himself from manipulation and exploitation. Like, I communicated with my limits and expectations clearly and enforced them fairly. He said, two, maintain emotional distance. Under that, he was like understanding that Andrew might lack empathy and may not have the best interests at heart. He was cautious about sharing personal information and kept an emotional distance to safeguard himself. He kind of like wrote that. He said, so he wrote seven stuff like that. So I really don't want to go into that. But then I'm like, okay, it's absurd and weird in a way. Ben Igwe said, Mr. Cameraman is now having problems with the most recent Andrew girlfriend who came out to speak. He's been on her case since morning trying to bullY and debunk most of what she said. So apparently it seems to say that it was the one who told this girl to speak to the investigators, and then in a way you've come out to start saying something again. So it's playing mind games. It's playing mind games, and I really don't know what you want to benefit from this, because like I said, my goal of sitting in this chair every morning when I could be sleeping, enjoying my snooze, I'm coming here. My goal is to make sure that I spread this information so these girls could be found. So if I were to have any information that would help in finding these girls, I will be sharing it. But there's no reason for me to keep it. There's no reason. But whatever he plans on benefiting from this, good luck to him. Truth Seeker said, we will be expecting police report this week, just as the IG promised. I am so desperate. I'm hoping that I get that before I go away on holiday next week. I'm traveling on holiday next Tuesday, so I'm hoping we get an update. I'll be so happy if we get it before Tuesday. So yeah, and I believe that we will have gotten it maybe today or something. But obviously, because of the Leia festival in Nigeria, I think the holiday was for obviously a long weekend and 2 days, so it can maybe have impacted on why we will not be hearing from them this week. And Elizabeth, the reason they are not deliberating much about the issue is because of the narrative. Absolutely, yeah. And this is the reason behind Andrew and Ben's intention. Exactly. And I don't like the fact that Arise TV went on that narrative, because one of the victims' husband has said, no, my wife did not go for that. And I would have thought they would respect that. A family member has come out. This is a person who is married to this lady. But it just goes out some social media houses, spin some narratives or some story in a way to get people talking for a debate or getting people away from the topic at hand. You know what I mean? And Truth Seeker said, this whole saga. No, William said, I have said it before. Ben is not the problem. The problem is Nigeria police, who has all the opportunities to have prevented Andrew crime, but allow him and make their friend. I agree with you. Everybody so far has a part to play, has a role to play, and I hope that once this investigation finishes, they are all brought to book. There's a Yoruba adage that says, "Iyan tó bá lọ lógún ọdún, ó máa padà wá jíyàn lọ." That means that the pounded yam that went away for 20 years is going to come back and burn you hot, regardless of the fact that it's been packed away for 20 years. So Truth Seeker said, this whole saga is becoming so complicated. We are eager to see the police report. Me sitting down here, I'm eager to see the police report as well. I wish I could say to them, like, hurry up! It's taking too long. Hence why I refer to the case of that boy in the UK who went on all this to Tenerife. If you go onto YouTube right now, go to Sky News. It's like, I think Sky News do hourly update on news. Is there, like, they're constantly updating, like, what, this boy is still missing, and this boy that I'm talking about now, it's been alleged that he was involved in a crime where he almost crushed somebody's skull with his friends. But for the fact that he was once, involved with the police because he committed a crime, they are not deserting him. They are not leaving his family. Oh, sorry, I say, let me go and find it. Or maybe drop it again for me, please. They've not deserted him. They are still looking for him. I say, please drop your comment again. I can't find it. So, I say, please drop. Oh, I'm gonna get there. I've just not reached there. Augustine said, please, let's stop talking about Nigerians news because they will not do nothing. Even the security forces contact couldn't do nothing. You know what? We still can't not talk about them because they have the key, to making sure this news gets where we want it to, but they are not doing anything, so they deserve to be called out. William said, let us focus on the police and not Ben. To be honest, I'm really not focusing on Ben anymore. Like I said, I really don't want to be talking about him. I no longer watch his lives. I no longer, keep up on his website or anything like that. Maybe when I'm scrolling through Instagram, I might just see his stuff pop up, but I'm no longer sitting for hours listening to him. No, I'm not doing that anymore. Except the police indict Ben from what they have with them. Our police need to investigate this issue. Yes, absolutely. Gospel Music said, if Nigeria police fail, will Ghana police also fail? They want to kill this case systematically. This strategy is called gradual elimination. I suspect that more people may be involved. I don't know how far the Ghanaian police are investigating on their hand because I really not heard a lot about maybe Ghana police. Like, if there's any Ghanaian watching me here, how is it on your end of Ghana? Is this being publicized the way some of us on the Nigerian part has been publicizing it? Let me know in the comment section, please. Johnson Esse said, we are all blaming Ben for not reporting many things are happening that people within our environment know about, but they are keeping quiet about how many of us can talk facts. In as much as we are blaming cameraman, I want you to understand that cameraman is also blaming some people who we should be shielding in a way. Okay, so anybody, like I said, anybody that's had a hand or some sort of communication in regards to this case, they should all be rounded up, including Ben himself. And I also spoke about the fact that the Blessing girl that ran away, cameraman has been fishing that why has she not been apprehended? Why did it take her 2 days? And I have the same question as well. Why did it take her 2 days to get help for the police? And it's just the same question as asking Ben that, okay, you've known Andrew for so many years, why did you not speak to somebody? I hope you understand where I'm coming from here. Cameraman is pointing out, fishing out that why did it take Blessing 2 days to seek help? And I'm also asking the same question as well, that you knew what your friend was doing, why did you not I hope you will understand. So this is not me trying to talk about Ben again, no, but it's just a matter of we are all doing the pointing finger. Yeah, Ben is not the problem, but then he has a part to play in all of this. And Henny said, good morning, you're really good. Thank you, Henny, I really appreciate that. Johnson, I hope I've answered your question. Sorry that it took me a while to read it. Augustine said, my only concern is Afiba isn't an American citizen. Not we will get there. I don't understand your question. I'm Augustine. My only concern is Afiba isn't an American citizen. Not we will get there. So I don't understand your question, but I just want to say again that for the fact that Andrew is a British citizen, the UK will not be deserting him, regardless of what he's been alleged to have done. Trust me. And I'm hoping that by the time we get this police update, that we might also get updates as from the police UK side as well. So Peace Philip said, even if the girls are on that mission, is it why they will be quiet? No one has no police. Exactly. They are humans. They are free to go as they wish. So because they've come to pay you a visit, it doesn't give you the right to hurt them. It doesn't give you the right to not allow them go back to where they came from. It doesn't give you the right to stop them from continuing to live their life. Elizabeth Chiamaka said, Blessing has ceased communication from both families since Andrew's death and since Afiba's husband mentioned it. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, so like I said, and Blessing is known to be a humanitarian worker as well. So people will know where she is, but they are just shielding her. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's already left Nigeria to travel abroad. I wouldn't be surprised. And it's just sad that, you know what, obviously Afiba's husband was trusting of the Nigerian police that they would be able to help. Hence why it's taking that long. How I wished that before he started paying those people, before those Darlington people were extorting money from him, how I wish he spoken to someone like, Harrison, or even maybe come out to public himself. Maybe this would have meant that those people who are involved in this case, get arrested on time. But you know what? There's a lot of what ifs. There's a lot of what ifs, and in as much as I pray and wish that we could get answers to all of the what ifs, we can't push it. We can't force it. Lola Superstar said, "Amen, my sister." Hi, Lola Superstar. Welcome to my channel. Dunamis Olufunke said, "I regret thinking that Ben was innocent." Well, like I said, no. I said each and every one of you has your own opinion to form, has your mind to make up. That's why I'm kind of like upset at people who said, "Oh, you're too biased. You're biased. You're biased. You're biased." I'm not a trained presenter, so I can come at this case however I want, and I should not be berated for it. And so also, just like I said now, Olufunke, I should not be angry with you for feeling that way. There must have been some things you read or heard yourself that made you take a step back and say, "No, hold on, no, this guy is not what is coming across as," and you allow that, which is fine. And that's how I would expect matured grown minds to think when it comes to a situation like this. Truth Seekers said, "I was so shocked yesterday when I watched on a Nigerian TV when the NG Popo giving a press brief of the LGA tussle in Port Harcourt day before yesterday. Honestly, there's you know how it is in Nigeria. It can only be in Nigeria." Truth Seeker said, "This is a clear proof that Nigeria is a funny country and has a funny police." Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Lola Superstar said, "You are doing amazing, Master." Thank you, Lola Superstar. I really appreciate that. Elizabeth said, "Point of correction. Blessing reached out to the family the same day, but the concern is about the fake petition. Thanks, Mom of 5, for keeping on this case. May God help bring back the girls to us. Amen." So also in regards to Blessing taking so long to get help for the girls, I really want to understand why. So if she reached out to the family, and I want to believe that she reached out to the family because Celine's sister, we're told that Celine's sister went with the police to Andrew's house. Hence why when I came here yesterday morning, I did not believe the narration of one of the guy that was on cameraman show saying that could maybe, I think from his explanation, it was trying to assert that maybe Celine was in the know of kidnapping Afiba. And I was just like, hold on, but from what we were told, that Celine's sister went with the Nigerian police to Andrew's house. And I keep saying this, like, this is another instance of how Nigerian police failed. You went with a member of somebody whose family is missing based on the information they've received, and you now go to the entrance of the house of the person, and you are now saying that we don't want to go in because we don't want it to look like we are embarrassing the person. But then you are there already. Why don't you go in? Just do it anyways. So hence why I did not believe that narrative of that man yesterday. So Celine's sister was there, based on the information they received that their sister has been kidnapped or something. So Celine said, "First World TV is a Ghana station, covers the story." I've been watching him as well. I think I'm going to go see on the side what is happening on the Ghana side as well. I'm subscribed to him as well, so I'll watch after this show. Guys, I only want to be here for an hour, okay? I don't want to keep us for too long here. And I've got a couple of sit down videos I want to make. And Dunami said he did so much to convince the public, but it's getting clear now that he has been restless. Okay. Kelly said, "I don't think we should blame the country but the people." That's another angle, that's another point. But for me, being abroad, like I said, I've been here in this country for just short of 19 years. If I see something, I'll say it. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If I see something, I will say it. There was a time, I don't believe in this talk of snitching, especially when you know you could put a stop to something bad happening. And we are in a civilized world whereby you can even drop that information without anybody knowing. It's got nothing to do with you at all. So yeah, maybe it's the people and not the country itself. Yeah, maybe it's the people. Yeah, because there was a time I had an issue with my neighbor here. My area of my building, one of my doors extend to a balcony, and that balcony leads to stairs where other people walk through. And when I sleep at times, I often notice that I perceive a smell of somebody smoking. So like I hate the smell of smoke. I won't lie to you. I don't think I keep friends that smokes. So when I hear the smell of tobacco or something, it upset. Like I can't sleep because there's a way the hair filters through into my bedroom because I've got a door that leads to that balcony, and I've warned this neighbor several times, but they were not listening. So I had to speak to my concierge because we have a concierge like a not per se security like a concierge. See how you have a guard in Nigeria, how you have a guard by your door monitoring how people come in and go out. We have something similar, but they have like a massive big office in the bottom of the building with all of the CCTV, everything there. They watch all of that. So I don't even have to go downstairs to speak to them. I picked up my intercom and spoke with them, saying, "What this is what this was thing that I'm talking to you about." It was about 3 a.m. in the morning because the smoke was filling in through my bedroom that I couldn't sleep. So I went to buzz them, saying, "What I observed somebody smoking by my bedroom door." So they know the layout of the building. So they like, "Oh, all right, okay, we're gonna come up." So yeah, apparently they came up and told this person because I could hear sounds, and this person kept coming back every other night. I was so mad that I had to bang my bedroom to like get the f away from there and stop smoking there. So my next door neighbor, so I think I've got like three close neighbors. So the third one had to call the police because they heard the banging. So they thought maybe I was in danger. So that's why I say no, it's people. So this third neighbor thought I was in danger because you need to see how I banged the door like boom 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 boom, like get the f. I was screaming. Yeah, and the police attended and they were like, what was wrong with me? And I told them, and they kind of like look at me like, are you all right? They look at me like, was I? I'm like, yeah, this person has been doing this all the time, and it's got to a state whereby when I report to the concierge that this person is still smoking again, it's got to a point whereby they really can't do anything anymore because they've tried the first time. They were able to tell him that don't smoke there anymore, this is somebody's space, don't come here to do that. They've warned that person several times, but that person keeps coming back to do that, and I just lose my wit and I bang the door to let him know that come, I'm the one who's actually reporting you to get the f away from my door. But obviously because of that noise, my neighbor thought I was in danger and called the police. So it's the people. And let's read comments. So I think that's pretty much I think I've kind of like caught up with all the comments there. So we're just rounding up in another 6 minutes. We'll be rounding this up. So yeah, that's the update that I've just brought there. And close your window, it won't close your windows, it won't stop. So it's actually not the window, it's like when you have adjacent doors in bedrooms. So my bedroom has like a balcony, and there's a door in my bedroom that if I decide to come out of my bedroom to my balcony, I can do that. So even though the door is shut, you can still smell the whiff of the smoke, the tobacco coming in. And at times, I'll put on the fan, open the door, but then my fan, when you're trying to sleep at night, you don't want to put on the fan because it's noisy. And it's not as if it's all that cold in Scotland anyway. If you've ever heard of Scotland, one thing Scotland is known for is being cold. Like Scotland is always cold. So you don't want to be trying to sleep at night and then you have to open your windows because somebody's smoking when they should not really be there. And there's clear signs to say do not smoke. And I'm like, okay, you have your own section. Why don't you just go to your own section and smoke there? Why do you have to come to my section of the building to smoke? So obviously the police came, warned him, and the police was just kind of like, what, if this happens again, call 101. Because it's not an emergency, call 101. So which means that they will attend to me over the phone and they'll come out and find out who that person is, and then they will investigate and do what they have to do. So yeah, it's down to the people. It's down to the people. So yeah, that's just the update there that I've brought here. And like I said, I'm looking forward to getting that update from looking forward to getting that update from the Nigerian police. I hope it will not be too long, and I just want to implore each and every one of you who have come across any of my videos at some point, if you have any information, anything at all that you know would help, or to you it might not mean anything, but then to whoever is, dissecting the information, it could mean a lot to them. So I'm going to drop that email in my YouTube community. If you know YouTube community page, like if you go onto my channel and you go where you go check for videos playlist, there's something called community. If you click on that, I drop updates there. So I'll go drop the email to the Nigerian police there, the new team investigating the case. So if you have anything at all, no matter how small or how big it is, you can email them. And I want to say thank you to that person who sent me an email yesterday. In fact, I was already sleeping when that email popped up on my phone. They share lots of questions that even me myself, I was not even thinking or even looking in that direction. And there are some things from what this person shared with me. I'm still looking to find out who shared those information, because some of the images that this person shared with me, I've not come across them since I've been talking on this case. I've not come across them. So yeah, like for example, like the chat that the chat of the I think I've been kidnapped that Afiba sent, the location and stuff like that. I've not come across it anywhere on social media since I've been, talking about this. So this person was able to share them with me yesterday with a lot of questions attached to them. And I was sitting up in my bed about 11 p.m. Was it 11 p.m. or just before midnight? And I was sitting down cracking my head like, okay, what do I do with this? And then I had to forward it to people that I know and say, no, this is what I received. Does it make any sense to use? And I want to believe that they are working with that information. And I want to say thank you to that person. You are a gem. I appreciate you. Yeah. So guys, that's me. Please like this video. There's 142 of you watching me. Please like and share this video. Let's find Celine and Afiba. Let's find them regardless of what condition we find them. Please, let's find them. It's over 60 days already. And also go sign that petition. There's an international petition on change.org. Please go sign that petition as well. Sign it and share it on your social media handles. If this petition reaches the target of the number of people that has to sign it, they will have to speak about. They will have to do something about that petition. So please, guys, go sign it. And I pray we find justice for these girls. And my prayer now is that we know what happened to. Let us know what happened to Celine and Afiba. Let's find them, and also the victims genuine victims who have come out to speak. I hope they find some sort of closure and get compensated as well, because obviously Andrew is rich, so they should be able to get compensated. Because in the UK, if a pauper, somebody that has no job or has no money, commits a crime against anybody in the UK, and that case gets investigated, and that the suspect is found guilty, the victim gets compensation from the government. Yeah, the government pays them compensation. I remember when I was involved in a motor accident, it was not my fault. Somebody, drove into me on an express. It was not my fault. And this person has a high patch. So they had a patch covering the side of their eyes. And they were only seeing from this eye. So in a normal day, that person should not be driving. I didn't even know that. But obviously, I drive a 7-seater. I had all of my kids in the car. And, yeah, the police got involved. They did not jail him, but apparently he tried to turn, the story that was the one that bashed. And I'm just like, you know what? Fortunately for me, a witness came forward to say, you know what, the way I saw that person drove up, I knew that person was going to drive into that lady. And yes, I got compensated, though it took a while. It took almost a year and a half, to sort the case. I got a big lump of money. And that's not even a crime. That's just a motoring, obviously accident. But a crime such as the one that Rachel, one of the victims of Andrew, experienced, with such crime, she will be rolling in hundreds, like 6-figure compensation if that were to happen in the UK. So yeah, let's read comment. Anna's expression says cameraman should also be investigated because he knows more. I want to believe that over time, with the investigation, the police will let us know what they are doing. And Anna said, don't you have cameras in your car? As at then, no, I did not. Even till now, I don't have a car. I don't have a camera in my car. I don't feel the need for it because I'm a very, very careful driver. But then, most motorways or most highways that you travel, there are cameras there. But in my own case, I was lucky that while that accident happened, I drove to a safe road just to clear out of the way. So while I was parked, the person who bumped into me was parked straight away as well, and it was very, very aggressive towards me. So apparently there was a car behind me on my lane. So when I moved, the traffic light stopped that person behind me, so he was unable to catch up with me. So I parked to know what to assess the damage to my car and stuff. So while I was assessing the damage to my car, by the way, my kids were of a certain age that they know what to do. So one of them already crammed the car registration number should in case that car flee. But the car did not. So when I parked the car that bumped into me also drove in behind me, and I came out of my car to assess the damage. And this guy came out. That was when I observed that he had a patch in one of his eyes, and he had a female passenger in his car. So obviously I was like, oh, trying to, like, that was the first accident. I've only been driving for maybe 2 years then. That was the first time I've ever been involved in a motor accident, and it was very, very aggressive. He was shouting, and I was just looking at him like, no, you are the one who bumped into me. That I am on the right lane, and you are on the left, going left. How can somebody on the left drive into somebody that is on the right? Like, make it make sense. So while I was arguing, then this guy, I didn't even realize maybe there was any car. I didn't take note of the car that was behind me on my lane. So this car drove, parked in front of me, and say, madam, I saw everything that happened. I knew when I pulled up behind you, I knew there was no way this guy on the left could move without bumping into you. That was what this guy said, and he gave me all of his information. Like, this is my name, this is where I work, this is my phone number. Speak to your insurance. If they need a witness, I am happy to act as a witness. That was the only thing that I needed. That was why if there's any accident, police will like, oh, if there is there any witness, anybody that witnessed this thing, please reach out to 101. They will always ask for witnesses. So that was all. Even at that, even though there was a witness that willingly observed everything, it still took over a year and a half before they resorted, because his insurance didn't want to pay. And obviously it's a crime for him. He shouldn't have been driving, because one of his eyes was covered like that with a patch. So how you're meant to be seeing with your two eyes when you are driving? Why are you behind the wheel with one eye covered? So yeah. Anyway, that's time for me to round up now. Thank you so much for those of you who have been here. And guys, let me know. Obviously, we are hoping that we found these girls. Let me know what kind of topics you would love me to come, discussing like this, because I want to pray that we're going to find closure for these girls. I'm hoping that we find whatever happened, and those who are guilty be brought to book. And also, like I said, those who are guilty, those who are involved in this and they found guilty, let them be brought to book. And so the victims could also, move on and have a happy life. So let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. And if you are watching this live all over again, please like, subscribe, comment, share. And yes, I hope to catch up with you again. If I find any updates, I'll definitely be coming back. So thank you so much. All right, and have a lovely Friday wherever you are. Thank you guys. Bye.